Hello, everyone, and welcome again to VO in Stereo. I am your host, Jared Breshers, along with
Stephen Coghill.
today. Oh my God, it's going to blow your mind. I say it a lot, but we have a very special guest today. Mexico's finest voice actor and superior superhero, Mario Filio. Welcome, welcome,
No,
welcome.
no, no.
What a
Wow,
treat to have you.
amazing. Jared,
You're
thank you.
amazing.
Stephen, Jared, thank you very much. You're so kind. You're a great
Thanks for coming
voiceover.
on.
Oh, thank you.
My pleasure.
You are Spanish Miss Piggy. That's way better than anything I could do.
Latin Miss Piggy for
Yeah,
Latin
Latin
America.
Miss Piggy. Latin Miss Piggy.
Yes.
Please
Look at
forgive
me.
my
Look at me.
ignorance.
Shorter. Yeah, I know.
Thank you so much for having. Thank you so very much for having me on my show to interview you.
Oh, welcome to my show, Jared. Oh, kissy.
Oh.
Welcome. Very, very welcome. Okay. Let's talk.
I'm gonna go cry in the corner. That's freaking awesome, man. Welcome. I guess we just start with questions. I'm a little all up in my feelings right now, so I'm gonna hand it over to Steven and let him start so we can get it on the tracks a little bit.
Okay.
Yes. So let's start out, Mr. Mario. So nice to see you again.
My buddy,
I
Stephen.
know, my friend.
Yeah.
We want to know where you grew up.
Right here in Mexico City. Well, near to Mexico City because we lived in a neighborhood in suburb 15 minutes from Mexico City, and between Mérida, Yucatan. There in Yucatan, there was my family, my mother's parents, and they used to work, still working in theater, the the typical downtown theater, the classic theater for the people in that place, and it's a vaudeville theater, music, sketch,
Vaudeville,
that kind
yes.
of show. Yeah. And my father here in Mexico City, he works for radio, TV, movies, theater too.
So that's how you got started. You were immersed in it because your family was already in the arts, theater, and
Yeah. That was our way of growing and learning day by day, hearing my father at the radio or watching him at the TV. He was a kind of actor, comedy actor for, you say for imitador is the copycat kind of voiceovers that copy the other
yes.
voices. And he starts doing sounds of animals when he was a boy. He started working in a radio station here in Mexico called the XEW, the very first station here in Mexico. And he was the boy making the noises of the animals in a show called The Farm of wherever, I don't remember. And the producer said to him, "You can make a sound of a cow?" "Yeah." "You can make a sound of a donkey?" "Yeah." And that's the way he starts he was 16, I guess. And
That's awesome.
after that, he gets to the movies, to the TV. In Mexico, the TV starts in 50s, around 50s, 1950. And he made the crossover from the radio to the TV, and he was he has a show there, and it was a very nice experience for them and for us.
I'm sure. And you met a lot of interesting people. I'm sure your dad had people over that from the industry, and that got you interested in doing things for yourself. So how did you get started in wanting to do voiceovers or acting or singing or all the things you do?
All my parents or my relatives there in Merida, they play guitars. They have the typical trios, the music from the romantic music from Yucatan. And this blend between Merida and Mexico gives me the tools for starting in a place called, hear the name, El Sapo Cancionero, the singing frog. The singing, yeah. There was a place for folklorical music, country music, kind of folk music. And I start singing, playing my guitar, and making some voices and well, kind of copycat also voices and singing, a kind of a stand-up, you know?
Oh yeah.
But sit, not stand up, sit with my guitar.
Right.
I began doing that. And I remember when I knew some friends from my brother Alejandro that they studied in college the career of communications. And they told me, Mario, you can study communications too. It's radio, TV, movies, photography or whatever. And I said, really? Interesting. And that's the way I follow, from singing to making voices to doing some performance, not theater, no plays, but stand-ups with music and some voices and that kind of stuff.
And did you grew up around? Did your parents, were they like big music fans? Did they listen to music all the time? Or
Yes, melomane. My mom was a piano concertist, and he plays. You know, we can hear all through the day the music in my home. Chopin, Beethoven, and in the afternoon she plays his own piano. My mom, and all the day long we were hearing music. There is one adventure in my life. When I was in the kindergarten, I guess, around 5 years, when I arrived to my home, my brothers, we were 10 brothers, 10. My father was a very active guy.
Different.
I saw you, Jared. Say what you think about this.
I think your dad is a very lucky man.
Lucky man.
Strong like bull.
But that was common here in Mexico in that times, in that years. The families are 5, 6, but 10 with the same wife. The same wife.
Not
That's
the
a
American
Guinness Book
way.
World record now, I think.
Well, when I arrived from the college, from the kindergarten, I used to being there in my brother's room and take out the tocadiscos, how you say the tocadiscos, the play, the
Toys?
No, not toys for hearing music. The
Drum set?
No, drum set. No. The music player. The music player. Yeah.
Record player?
Record player, but not records.
But not records.
The
Boombox.
LP, long played, or
records,
the 45.
45
the
singles,
smalls,
yes. Nice.
45 singles. You're right. You can see my English is not pretty good,
And my
but I
Spanish
can.
is just as bad.
Yes,
We love
it's
you,
good.
Mario. Don't you worry about your English. I'll interpret. Mario
Okay.
loves everyone.
Okay.
That's all you need to know.
What I'm saying? Okay, thank you, Jared. You're so kind. Well, and I remember to be laying down there in the floor, hearing that music machine, hearing Beatles, hearing, I don't know, maybe many UK music. Too much UK music there in my home. And I can hear Rolling Stones, and I can hear Paul McCartney, and I can hear, I don't remember many of those bands from rock and roll in the
Pink Floyd.
1970, Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
And there, I guess the precious gift that I received in those times was my hearing, to the chance for growing hearing music. And that give me, I feel like that give me the the ability for speaking, hearing, that that mix between hearing and speaking. That's the way we used to work. That's the way we work now as a voiceover, as a voice actor.
Yes.
It's the main point: hearing, speaking. No? And hearing music was hearing music was my school.
Indeed. Yeah, because back then there weren't any voiceover schools, coaching, that sort of thing, right? So it was kind of like the Wild West. You kind of had to figure out yourself.
Yeah, for sure. And I remember also to watching many TV shows. We have the many shows dubbing with the Latin voices in those times. I remember the Flintstones. You remember Top Cat? Top Cat was not a big show there in US, as I know.
Right.
But in Latin America, it was a very successful show because of the voices. Jared, we have very funny actors doing the dubbing, like Jorge Arbizu, the same guy as this guy that makes the Porky Pig voice, Mel Blanc.
Yes, Mel Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
It's our version, the Latin American version from Mel Blanc.
Right.
Jorge Arbizu, amazing guy. And he was the voice of Fred and Flintstones. Vilma, he speaks like this. Oh, okay, Vilma. Oh, yabba-dabba-doo. But also he was many other characters with sounds pretty different, like I remember the uncle from the Addams family. I don't say Lucas.
Uncle Fester.
Birch.
Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester. Yes,
Uncle Fester. He was called Lucas, el tío Lucas.
Y hablaba así. Oye, Morticia.
I can notice in those times that you can change your voice. You can tune your voice so different, and you can get different characters depending your tense and of your chords, vocal strings, and also your resonation, your amplification in your head or your body. And was a very, very important teacher for me, a master in the voiceover action.
Yeah, that's the way to get it. It's all those Saturday morning cartoons when you
yes,
watch them, and you want to emulate what you see. You want to mimic the voices.
Guilty.
Yeah, for sure.
And so you would think that so Jorge was a big influence on you?
Jorge Arbizu, yeah. And many other actors. I don't know if you remember Pepe Labat. Have you know him here in Mexico? No.
I only know one famous Pepe Campa.
Pepe Campa, wow. He's a radio star.
He is.
Yeah,
he's the only Pepe I know. But proceed. Continue. Tell me more about Pepe.
Pepe Labat was a voice. For example, I'm voice Obi-Wan Kenobi since the episode 2. And Pepe Labat, he was the voice of Conde Dooku. You remember Conde Dooku?
Oh yeah, Count Dooku. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there is a classic scene when we were fighting, and Anakin lost his arm, and all that is scene we were fighting, and it's very interesting.
I have the high ground, Anakin.
I have the high ground, Anakin.
There's no point. I have the high ground, Annie.
And Pepe has a very strong voice, deep voice. He can do it very dark voice, and the Conde Dooku is pretty elegant, Okay. Oh, Mr. Yoda. No? And he was a amazing voiceover. And he was also a very, very important teacher for me for follow his steps.
That's beautiful.
That's
I was
awesome.
a Star Wars fanatic.
Yes. What was that?
I'm part Wookiee. I'm an Irish Wookiee. That's
Key. Jared. Love it.
Fine Chewbacca.
right.
Chewbacca.
I love Star Wars. That's crazy. Well, I'm gonna ask a question that I ask everybody because I have to know. What is your comfort food? I'm really big on food and drink. What is your comfort food and drink that just kind of just makes everything a little bit better? If, not to take out of the element, but change up gears a little bit. What do you love?
I like the hamburgers, burgers, and that's that stuff of fast food. But here in Mexico, we have a very typical cuisine there in Yucatan, and we make many dishes with pork meat. There is one called cochinita pibil. Cochinita pibil. Remember that?
Okay.
It's a kind of pork meat in a kind of sausage or species, and tortillas, some kind of onion there, very hot chili called habanero.
Yeah.
And you can take a beer. I like light beer. I don't like a strong beer or kind of Corona or whatever.
Is that Corona with a lime?
With a lime, yeah.
With a lime.
I tried. Now I tried the Michelob.
Michelob. Yeah.
Michelob Ultra. I like it. It's lager. It's okay for me.
It's okay.
Okay.
Fantastico.
It sounds
can
like
hear
you
Jared.
had just an amazing upbringing and childhood, and how much energy and love you must have been around. Can you tell me about like a hard time that helped you grow as a person? Like something that was hard for you and you overcome with your family, and it just made you a stronger person overall.
Well, living in an actor's home, the life of the actors is a career with many ups and downs. You can have money for going to Acapulco one day, and another you don't have shoes. This way of living here in Mexico or in Latin America was not now, was pretty common in the actor's life, because my father, imagine having 10 boys, 10 kids. You can have one day for eating meat and another day you eat only vegetables or I don't know, another kind of cheapest food. But I remember that I don't have shoes one day when I was my graduation from the first grades of the school, and I don't have shoes for wearing in that ceremony. And I remember my father, he works in a cabaret there in the downtown in Mexico City, called, hear the name, La Araña de Oro. It's a kind of gold spider.
Okay.
What kind of place is this for working? He was a comedian and conductor there in the show. And I remember when he arrived to home early in the morning. Imagine, he was working all through the night, and I was sitting there in my bed. He gets in my room. What's going on, boy? Daddy, today is my graduation. I was around 10, no, 12 years. And I don't have shoes, Father. I don't have shoes. I told you many weeks ago, and you don't do anything. You didn't. Son, don't worry. You will use the best shoes for you today. And all the boys will feel jealous about your shoes. And you will wear my own shoes. Fit it. And he took out his shoes, the shining shoes for working in a cabaret.
Yeah.
Can't you imagine? Yes. Charcoal shoes. He gave me his shoes. I remember to feel it warm, still warm from his feet. Yes. And little by little, I received the security, the energy. Because you can imagine at the beginning, I said, no, I'm ashamed of using that. No, smells so bad. I forget about all that stuff, and I use the shoes. And Jared, I remember receiving my certificate there in the ceremony, feeling really better than all the other guys with their own shoes, regular shoes. And I was wearing my father's shoes. Then I learned it's really a challenge to wear your father's shoes, to be in their place, receiving all the responsibility that they have when they have to grow some boys, 10 boys, and making the best for you. And that was, as I remember, a very, very touching moment in my life. And every time I remember and I talked about this, I can feel that emotion that I felt in that moment. It was a moment that changed my life.
Thank you
Holy
so
shit.
much for
What a great story.
Thank you, guys.
Wow.
thank you just for that was
Now all we have to say to Mario is shoes, and he'll know exactly what we're talking about. We'll go, shoes, man. Shoes.
Shoes, man. Warm shoes, man.
But I mean, if you've ever been in that situation and you've lived that, and I also come from a family that's not well-to-do, and the sharing, it was a necessity. You had to share food, clothes, shoes,
shoes.
Everything. So that when you said, when you put your foot into that warm shoe, that makes so much sense to my mind and my heart at the same time. And as sometimes, like you said, as bad as you start off feeling, there's so much more of a sense of pride. Familia, it's your family.
Familia is familia. Sure.
Man,
I can feel it.
I got goosebumps right now. Thank you.
No, thank you guys. I
don't know if I'll ever ask anyone else that question again. I'll just
keep that to yourself, mister.
Oh man, that was awesome. What after everything you've done, what's one thing or just something about you that you think makes you different from everybody else, that just makes Mario?
Well, I try to give to my characters a part of me in every case. I guess I try to still being a child. I guess I rather to be happy doing my job than seeking money or talking about that financial matters. And this is sometimes a problem with my colleagues, because I'm not telling that I can accept every job, but I'm trying to accept a job that means something funny or something happier for me. If I can do a character that is funny, I don't think so much in the money. Obviously, you can ask for the money that you that is fair for you. But the character in my life is all is the way for doing the best I can do as a child, being happy as a child, getting fun as a child, because I know if I enjoy doing a character, for sure the kids or the people that is watching that movie or cartoon can feel the same, can receive the same energy. You can cheat the people if you are honest with the kind of work you do. They will notice that and they will receive it for sure. I guess that's my my personal touch.
You're a ridiculous, beautiful human being. That's what that boils down to. Steven, I'm
Ridiculous.
gonna let you ask some questions because I'm over here full and content. My heart is full. I love Mario Filio. Steven.
Jared, come to live Mexico.
I'm leaving.
I'm leaving. There he goes.
No.
He's gone. Ladies and gentlemen, he's already on his way.
But to your guitars, please.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Take with you your guitars. Oh, wow,
yeah, that's going to be tough to get across the border. And what is your setup at home when you do voiceover? You have to have a setup at home. What's your setup at home?
You know, my studio. I have two studios there in my office. Is really near from my home. Is about 5 minutes, no more, and I can go in by walk or by the bike or my car. Mm-hmm. And here in my home, I try to leave the job outside the home for enjoying my life. But so somebody sent me a vocal booth and I have it here. And I have a focus, right, for emergencies or nice. This kind of microphones, USB microphones. Mm-hmm. I have a couple of monitors in here, speakers. You know, I have a Fostex speakers that I found in there in a place, in a hidden place in my office. You have to see this. Look at this.
Oh wow, I know what those are.
Do you remember this?
I do.
This speaker, I don't remember. This has around 20 years, but I have the basic setup that I need for doing voiceover. Here I can use my closet, but it's a very nice solution to using my vocal booth to go here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it works perfectly. You can see, look at my ceiling.
Wow.
It's big enough. This is this is like a church.
Yeah.
You can say, Amen.
I have a question. Is that a frog with a mask on?
Yes. he's wearing the mask because he's the frog from the Princess and the Frog. Have you seen that movie?
I haven't, but I know what you're talking about.
I voiced the Naveen, the Prince Naveen. I want to show you.
Okay.
He was telling me if he has to take out. No. You can wear it. You can wear it.
He's playing it safe. I get it.
He says something like this in Spanish. Princesa, si me besas, dejaré de ser sapo y volveré a ser príncipe. Just one kiss. Kiss me, princess. No, don't do it. Oh, look at this. I have many toys. Look at this. You will love the wrecked grounds that I have.
Yes.
I'm the Latin voice, and when we recorded the voice for this toy, well, the producers or the directors, the character voices from Disney directors, they didn't were sure about the kind of voice, and I make a voice as a regular guy. You can hear it.
¿Qué clase de chico soy yo?
Do.
Soy malo. Y eso está bien. Nunca seré bueno. Y eso no está mal.
Be quiet, be quiet. This voice sounds like a young man. ¿Qué clase de chico soy? No, but when the months going passing the different months from the recording of this voice, the people from Disney, they were teaching me how to make the final voice for being similar to John C. Reilly. The voice, the Ralph voice is strong, is deep, but he is not goofy. He is actually he is a good guy with some problems for doing some things. And in Spanish, he speaks like this. Yo soy malo y eso es bueno. Nunca seré bueno y eso no es malo. ¡Voy a demolerlo! I'm gonna break it. It's funny.
So that toy then
changed.
So that toy has an old voice from the
Yes.
character.
Yes. And we never used that voice in the movie, in the different movies or video games. Actually, they used the final voice that I can found at the end of 6 months of work. And they finally gets happy with my voice. Like this, yeah, Vanellope, oh no, oh no, I need a medal, oh yeah, okay. It's a kind of, he's not as I say, the goofy, but he is a slow boy. He speaks slowly, thinking about the things.
Takes his time.
Take his time. Sometimes he gets desperate and
Exacerbated.
Yes.
That's
okay,
awesome.
let me show you another card.
Okay, please.
You will love this. This was one of the first characters that I made for Harry Potter. Here in Latin America, he was called El Sombrero Seleccionador.
Okay.
I don't know. In US is the
Sorting hat,
Sorting Hat.
isn't it? I don't know.
Sorting Hat. Interesante. He speaks like a zipizapo. Muy interesante. Gryffindor.
Wow.
Worse in the movie, and he gets famous.
That's true.
That's awesome.
How did you meet Pepe Campa?
Ooh, a long time ago. We were colleagues there at the radio. You know, I work in radio in maybe before 1990. But Pepe Campa was a star, a big star. I remember a very nice voice, and he's also a music expert too. He knows a lot of music. And we were working in commercials too. You know, here the voiceover, you can work in a radio station, TV station, or doing dubbing, but this is acting. But with Pepe, I remember if we work in a station called Radioactivo, I guess. Radioactive. And radioactive. I don't know if it was at the beginning of the century or before.
It was a long time ago.
Yes.
That's awesome. And Jorge Infante, how did you meet him?
Wow. You know, I was working for, tell me if you remember this store there in US, Circuit City.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
You remember Circuit City?
I bought a lot of my stuff from there.
Me too. I was the voice of Circuit City from Mexico by ISDN connection. Do you remember ISDN connection?
I do.
Kind of be a long wire from Mexico to
Yeah, right.
And I remember that I beginning working for the union in, I guess, 20 years ago too. And Jorge was the engineer there in the studio. He catch my voice and, hola, I'm Jorge Infante. I'm your engineer. Jorge, nice to meet you. You speak Spanish? Yes, I speak Spanish. Ah, good for me because my English is too bad. No te preocupes. I record you. Okay. And I didn't have connection in my studio in those times, but in that time. But I remember I went to a very famous studio here in Mexico called Pianica. Pianica as a keyboard. Was a very, very nice luxury studio, a very famous studio. And the connection was from there to the studio that Jorge used to work. I don't remember. It was the studio from a guitar player guy there in San Antonio. He didn't tell you? What was a...
He probably
Probably.
did, but you're judging us on our memory, and our memories are not so great.
My memory is crap.
Write it.
Who are you again?
Oh, I am Goofy. Oh, finally.
We can all be goofy.
You know, I met Bill Farmer there in the in BU Atlanta.
Yes.
He's got
It
a
was
shirt on.
great.
You got your shirt on.
I was hoping he would call on me. I was like, please call me. Please call on
BU
me.
Atlanta, yeah.
That was
Yeah,
my
see,
start.
Jared was there. You guys just never ran into each other.
I think my most interaction
remember
with
your
like,
face
the
now, yeah.
Spanish people, I would be like, hey, everybody, you don't know me, and I'm a goofy jackass. And they'd be like, hey, no, hello, you goofy bastard. Oh.
No, but I remember to meet there, a Bill Farmer. You know what I tell him? I said, Bill, I'm following your voice through since 20 years ago. I make your voice for the goofiest voice for Latin America. And you know what? I can see, I know when you will breathe, when you will stop, when you will start, how long you will speak, how short you will. What are you telling me? Yes. Kind of copycat, but I need to study your voice with my headphones for doing the same poses, for doing the same speed and reactions and sounds. Really? You're stalking me. Okay. Yes. That's the job from a dubbing voice actor here in Mexico. Oh, okay.
Oh,
He gets some freak about me. Oh, nice to meet you, Joe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now we are
Spanish
friends.
guy does goofy.
Scooby. He says Scooby. No, but you know, now I'm dubbing him for a show in Disney Plus called It's a Dog's Life, and I guess it's a production from him and his wife, Jennifer, very nice person too. Oh, yeah. And they produce this show called It's a Dog's Life. Bill loves dogs. Actually, he is the boys, Pluto's boys, Goofy's boys, and also he joined with many people with dogs doing different activities, very interesting activities. There is a dog that detects whales with some disease in the sea. I don't know, kind of this stuff, weird stuff. And I dubbing him in Spanish. And I wrote to Jennifer and said, Jennifer, I'm dubbing your wife for It's a Dog's Life. Oh no, Bill will be happy with knowing that you are your voice, his voice in Spanish for Latin America. Yes, but very, very funny people. What we were talking before this?
It doesn't even matter. We're having a good time.
Exactly.
No, about Jorge.
Yes, Infante.
That's the way that I knew him in San Antonio.
Circuit City. You're dubbing for Circuit City.
Yes, making well, Circuit City is business out
of business. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They were huge though.
Yes.
Yeah. Best Buy came on and kind of.
Okay, that's the reason, I guess. But I remember doing commercials every week, and Jorge was in the controls room, and I said, nice to meet you. I hope meet you face to face soon. And my brother, Gabriel, he lives there in San Antonio. And then once I visit him for, I don't know, some holidays, and I have to go to the studios, Kit Harmer, the studio from the guitar player, this guy. And there I knew, I met Jorge. Finally, I know your face. Oh, Jorge. And from that moment till now, he's a very, very nice friend, a nice guy. Very funny. He was singer. He was a star here in Mexico.
Menudo.
See, kind of Menudo guy.
He's like Menudo, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
he told us that story. It's a great story.
Amazing. He was a star. You can see the videos singing and dancing there in the 80s or this. Yeah, 80s. No?
Yeah, in the 80s. Yeah.
Many of the engineers gets to the voiceover world.
They got to be so used to giving all the commands and hearing what they actually want, and it probably becomes second nature, I would think.
Yeah. But there is a necessity nowadays for having your toys and knowing ways for getting in contact with other studios. And I was teaching to my colleagues since many years ago. I don't remember maybe 15 in my workshops how to use. I remember using microphones, USB microphones, since, well, I don't know, maybe 15 years or something like this. Very funny microphones. I found one microphone here. I don't have it. Let me see. You remember the snowball? Well, there is a microphone called the snowflake. The snowflake.
From Blue Microphones?
From Blue Microphone.
It's like
that was
ball.
No, this was a flake.
A little flake. A little flaky.
It's a little flake from the ball. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
The snowball was some. I don't like the. Well, I respect that. I don't like the blue sound of those microphones, because I guess it's too.
At some point, we all got to grow up.
Buy the big boy toys.
Because honestly, that was one of the blue mics was one of my first mics when I started, and I knew absolutely nothing. And now that I know, I know.
Okay. Let me know. But I started recording on the road with this snowflake from Blue. It was so funny. I remember using my laptop, and after that we start using iPhones or iPads, I don't know, with that microphone. And I have to share of this knowledge with the Mexican guys and the Latin American voiceovers, doing workshops, and you can use the. Do you remember the Pro Tools interface, but the old one, the blue one vertical blue interface called from sound design, from DigiDesign, not Avid.
I see. I don't remember.
I don't remember. And it comes with the Pro Tools 6 version 6.
Do you remember Cakewalk?
Cakewalk?
Before Pro Tools?
That's the software, yeah.
That's what it was called originally, Cakewalk. And then they changed the name.
And also there from Sound Designer was the software called Session 8. Have you heard it? Session 8? Because Sound Designer was the stereo software from DigiDesign, and it was called Sound Design. But well, you as a voiceover nowadays, you have to know how to record yourself in the road, in a room, in a hotel, in a garage, in a cab, in a taxi, in a Uber, or in a plane also. No?
Yeah.
It's a must. It's a must.
It's true. There's a lot to learn in voiceover, and people getting started and really don't understand what it takes to really encompass all the knowledge that you need to be successful.
Yes, and Jorge is a guru from he's a geek guy. It's very, yes, he is.
He knows his stuff for sure.
That
Yes.
brings up a really good question, Mr. Mario Filio.
Oh, please, Jared.
If you could give, like, just, one advice to anyone who's starting in there or is stagnant or just they feel like they may have made the wrong decision or something about voiceover to help them, and a piece of advice for anyone in voiceover.
There's a matter about the money. Yesterday, I was talking with some colleagues about this. If you start in this job and you want to be a professional from this job, from this industry, you must start as a professional too. It's not fair to say that if you are starting, you can charge less money than other guys because they will use your voice in the same way. And it's pretty important to know about to have information about rates, about this. And the problem is if you put to your job a sticker as a cheap voice, as a cheap professional, you will wear it all through your life. You never will lose it. Or at least here in Mexico, you can be identified as he's the cheapest. He's a cheaper guy. Okay. No, don't call him. Call him to the cheapest. That is this guy. That's a very interesting problem nowadays that we have many companies or rosters or this kind of pages for pay for play.
Yeah, pay for play.
And sometimes you don't will have the job, but stay firm in your convictions, trying to start as a professional, respecting the job from the others and respecting the industry, trying to give the best. And this is two ways matter because if you do this, you must give the quality for that cost. You must be the owner of this voice doing this job for that price, and that it is fair for everybody. But many of the guys that are beginning, they say, don't worry, if you don't pay me, I can do it for you for free. I don't know. Maybe this is the main problem nowadays. We have many guys that they say, just for hearing my voice in the radio or in the YouTube, I do it for free. I don't charge you.
Yeah, the problem with that is that it cheapens it for everyone. So the person that's a professional that's charging a certain amount, and you got some guys, he wants to do the same thing, but for half the price or for nothing, then it kind of cheapens it for everyone.
Yeah, it's a big problem. And after that, obviously, we have to stay in continuous learning because it's changing the voiceover world. You have to be learning, taking courses or workshops, or getting in touch with other professionals that shares you the knowledge. And because this is not a race for, this is not a challenge from speed. This is a challenge for resistance.
Absolutely.
Longevity.
Longevity. Yeah.
Man,
Exactly. You're in it for the long run.
I'm out of questions. I don't know if Steven has any more questions. But after Steven asks questions, we're going to let you go ham on telling everybody where they can find you and all the different information. And if you have, I wanted to ask you this, if you have any resources specifically for the Spanish talents and stuff, please at the end, give us all the information you want to spread out there to the world.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I just want to say before we go any further, I have thoroughly enjoyed this interview. I love Mario Filio.
Yeah, Jared.
It's
Don't
great.
cry.
I love Mario.
Okay. Come on. I gotta kiss you. Okay.
With Steven, anything else, man? It's been amazing for me.
I just want everybody to know where they could find Mario. Mario, where can they find you?
It's easy. It's so easy. If you can visit only mariofilio.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can find my social networks there as Mario Filio.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, also Twitter. Twitter. Just at Mario Filio. That's all you have to write. And we have the podcast there every week also. And it's funny. Now I have many episodes with star talents. Here in Mexico, the big stars from TV and movies, they sometimes make dubbing. And I have many episodes with them talking about the dubbing, because the fans, the followers from the dubbing, they are so jealous about this. Oh, why are you doing dubbing? That's the job from my buddy Mario. And and I have many interviews with those guys, and it's very interesting. The podcast, I have podcasts since 15 years ago. I started doing podcasts in 2005. I have 100 episodes from those times, and I stopped doing podcasts in 2011, and I restarted doing podcasts 1.5 years ago, and we have more than 60 episodes, and it's a nice exercise like this that you are doing with me. Thank you very much. Appreciate it a lot.
Thank you. What is the name of the podcast?
El podcast de Mario Filio. The podcast of Mario Filio. You can write it El podcast de Mario Filio, and you will find it in all the platforms, the digital platforms, also on YouTube. Some of them, some of these podcasts have video, others only audio, but it's a very nice exercise. I enjoy a lot. Yeah.
You get to meet special people.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
I want to say, visit my online workshop for Spanish voiceovers. There's one course, one workshop. It's very interesting. There in mariofilio.com you can find it. and you can follow the link. And thank you very much, Jared. Thank you very much, Stephen. I really appreciate a lot your interest in the Latin voiceovers, like me, because I don't know if you know my job. Now you can know more about me, but I really feel very, very happy for being with you. You know, Stephen, I appreciate a lot of you as a buddy. And now, Jared, now you are my fan. We can join like buddies.
I'm gonna hug the crap out of you when I see you. I'm like 6'3", 300 pounds, and you're gonna get the hug of your lifetime. Mario's gonna be, you're gonna see his little feet kicking out of my belly button. All right, guys, this has been another glorious episode of VO in Stereo. Thank you so much, everyone. What a great, great time. Until next time, we love you.
Love you too. Ciao.